Sometimes the damage doesn't look like bruises or screaming fights. It shows up as self-doubt, second-guessing your worth, and feeling like you're never enough. But even after the deepest wounds, healing is possible. You can rebuild what they tried to break, one quiet step at a time. Hi everyone, my name is Anisha Nassali. Today I want to speak to you about something that often goes unseen, but never unfelt. Recovering from narcissistic abuse isn't just about getting away from them. It's about finding your way back to you. Many survivors carry scars, not just from what was said, but from what was slowly taken. Confidence, clarity, and the quiet belief that you deserve respect. It doesn't happen all at once, but step by step, piece by piece, you can begin to feel whole again. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 gentle but powerful ways you can start your journey so that healing isn't just survival, it's a return to your real self. Understanding the damage. Narcissistic abuse rewrites the story you tell yourself about who you are. It starts subtly, a quiet correction here, a questioning glance there, until gaslighting becomes the air you breathe. They twist reality, making you believe your memory is unreliable, your feelings are overblown, and your instincts are wrong. Eventually, you stop trusting your own mind. Then comes the devaluation, constant nitpicking, dismissive comments, tiny jabs disguised as jokes. Every success you had, every dream you chased, was met with a sarcastic remark or a disapproving shriek or shrug. Over time, their voice replaces your own, and slowly, they isolate you from your friends, your family, even from your own sense of self. They convince you that no one else understands you like they do, until you're completely dependent on the very person tearing you down. The younger you are, the deeper the damage can run. Because if abuse begins early, your identity gets shaped around survival and self-doubt. Now that we understand the landscape of damage, let's talk about how to cultivate a new, resilient terrain of self-worth. The first one is to reclaim your narrative. When someone manipulates your reality, the first step towards healing is reclaiming your story. Start with your truth, unfiltered and uncensored. Through journaling, write down events as you remember them. Don't sugarcoat it. What happened? How did it make you feel? And what was the actual truth behind the manipulation? This is about documenting, reestablishing your personal history, free from their distortion. If emotions feel unfamiliar now, that's normal. Many survivors lose touch with their own feelings. Try using a feeling wheel. Name what you're experiencing. Give it a language. You were taught to silence your emotions. Now it's time to let them speak. Then look deeper. What beliefs did the abuse plant in you? I'm not good enough. I'm a burden. I always mess up. Challenge those beliefs with evidence from your own life. The moments you showed strength, kindness, and wisdom. And finally, replace the lies with the truth. I am worthy of love. I am resilient. My voice matters. Because it does. Secondly, establish unshakable boundaries. If narcissistic abuse had a signature move, it would be boundary violation. They pushed you past your limits, emotionally, physically, even financially, and made you question whether you had the right to say no. Now, it's time to rebuild your inner sanctuary, brick by brick. Start by looking back. Where were your boundaries crossed again and again? Was it your time, your privacy, your right to feel what you feel? Then begin practicing small no's, not just with difficult people, but in everyday life. No, I don't want to take that call right now. No, I'm not available this weekend. Each one builds a stronger muscle of self-respect. Remember, a boundary without consequence is just a wish. Communicate clearly. Follow through calmly. You're not punishing, you're protecting. And when guilt shows up, and it will, know this: guilt is just a leftover echo from control. You're not being mean, you're being whole. Number 3, cultivate your inner circle. Narcissistic abuse often leaves you standing alone, emotionally exiled. Rebuilding your worth means slowly surrounding yourself with people who remind you that you're not too much. You're not too broken. You're not too difficult to love. Start by identifying who in your life truly sees you. The ones who listen without fixing, who support without conditions. These People are your inner circle. Therapy can also be a lifeline, especially trauma-informed therapy. It offers a space to process what happened and understand how deeply it shaped you. You don't have to untangle this alone. Support groups, even online, can be powerful. Hearing others say, "This happened to me too," breaks the isolation. And be cautious. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your healing. Some will defend their abuser and minimize your pain. These are not your people, and it's okay to walk away. It isn't about quantity, it's about connection. Even one healthy bond can help to rebuild what was broken. Before we move on to the next point, I just want to remind you, in case you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to respond. Number 4, rediscover your passions and strengths. One of the most painful parts of narcissistic abuse is how it makes you abandon yourself. Your passions, your quirks, your dreams, all slowly pushed aside to accommodate someone else's ego. But your joy didn't die, it's just buried. So ask yourself, before the abuse, what did I love? What lit me up? Was it art? Was it writing? Cooking? Hiking? Singing in the car full volume? Start small, revisit old passions, or try something new. Poetry, gardening, dancing, even traveling solo. You don't need to be perfect. This isn't about performance, it's about presence and showing up for yourself again. And every time you try, celebrate. Even the tiniest win, showing up to the class, finishing a book, cooking a new meal is a quiet revolution. Because with each voice, you are reminding yourself, I am not who they told me to be. I'm discovering who I really am, and she is powerful. Number 5, practice radical self-compassion. After narcissistic abuse, the harshest critic often moves inside your own heads. You catch yourself repeating the voice, their judgments, their dismissals, their disdain. Healing means gently replacing that voice with compassion. Start by acknowledging the truth. You've endured something incredibly painful. You adapted, survived, and kept going. And even when everything inside you felt broken. Talk to yourself like you would your dearest friend. If she were in pain, would you criticize her or hold her? Self-care isn't just a bath or a walk. It's a deep, daily decision to treat yourself with dignity. Sleep, nourishment, movement, stillness, joy. Forgive yourself for what wasn't your fault. You did what you needed to do to survive. You stayed when it felt safer. You coped the only way you knew how. Healing isn't a straight path. There will be steps forward and days you will stumble. But self-compassion means staying beside yourself no matter what. And that is the beginning of real safety. Embrace your anger. You're taught that anger is dangerous, unfeminine, shameful. But anger is a message and it matters. When you feel angry, listen. It might be telling you a boundary was crossed. A value was violated. Something inside you knows this wasn't okay. Don't suppress it and don't explode either. Channel it, journal it, use it. Let it help you build stronger boundaries, protect your energy, and walk away from harm. Feeling anger isn't losing control. It's reclaiming power, because when used with intention, anger becomes fuel for change and a sign that your worth is finally waking up. Rebuilding your self-worth after narcissistic abuse isn't a straight line. It's a quiet, courageous return to yourself. There will be days when it feels like nothing's changed, and one day you'll wake up and hear your own voice again. Steady, clear, and kind. That's healing. That's power. You don't have to rush it. Just keep choosing yourself. One boundary, one truth, one breath at a time. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who might need it. And if you're ready to learn more, subscribe. We're healing loudly together. If you're struggling with leaving a toxic relationship, please check out the video description. I have a private video which I've recorded for my viewers where you can learn from my experience, as I've been there too. Remember, you're not broken. You're just becoming. And in the meantime, take care of yourself. You deserve it.